Good morning. I hope you're doing well. We have lots to do today. We have skincare. I'm going to do my NIRA treatment. It's a NIRA morning. And I have some new makeup to try. Plus, I've only done half my hair. So I have to do the rest of that today. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in all the great tips, I send out a Sunday morning email newsletter with all the tips and tricks and the good stuff that I found throughout the week. It's really handy. It's really free. You can unsubscribe anytime. If you want to go ahead and join in on the fun, you can just click the link in the description box down below. It comes straight to your email inbox Sunday morning, and you'll be in the know on all the good stuff. I actually have some new skincare and some tips I want to share with you today. I've been testing and trying some new things, and I want to give you my thoughts on it. Plus, I'm going to be doing my full NIRA routine this morning. It's a NIRA morning, and this portion of the video is sponsored by NIRA. If you've been following me for a while, you know that the NIRA was the first anti-aging at-home device that I jumped in and used. I absolutely love it. Gosh, it's probably been close to 2.5, almost 3 years now. Can you hear the cat? I gotta go put the cat away. He's trying to get in here. I'll be right back. Okay, cat is put away in the guest room. Back to the NIRA. Anywho, the reason I was first interested in this is because it's an at-home laser device, FDA Cleared. I think it's the only one. I had a girlfriend way back when I was in my early 50s, which is almost 15 years ago. Can you believe it? Who had a med spa, and she did lasers and Botox and all that sort of thing. So I was familiar with the concept of lasers because she talked about the results of her patients. Anywho, when I saw the NIRA, I contacted them and I said, can I give that a try? They said, sure. They sent me one. I tried it. I love it. Here are the top things I love about the NIRA. First of all, it's very, very effective. It is a laser device which actually shoots the laser into your skin. Sounds scary. It's not. And it creates a little micro damage, which then encourages your skin to go in and fix it, which generates more collagen and elastin in your face. It's just a really, really effective way to create more collagen and elastin in your skin. And that's what we're looking for at this age. If we're looking to improve the look, the texture, and the firmness of our skin, it's the collagen and elastin that we're looking for. So I tried the NIRA. I loved it. It really has been, for me, a major player in the improvement in my marionette lines and my nasolabial folds. I also use it on these little crow's feet on the sides of my eyes. You can see right here when I squint. The way that I use this is different than a lot of people. Everyone uses it differently, and they're all really good because it works. The way that I really focus this is on my lines. In other words, if I have places where there's deep lines and creases in my face, that's where I'm going to use this because it's so laser focused, because it's a laser, hello, that it really is easy for me to get along these lines. Let me show you. Right now, my marionette lines, they look so much better than they used to, and I'm 3 years older than when I first started, so that for me is a win. But you can see right here that I literally have lines in my skin on both sides. So I'll take that laser and just go right along those lines, and it's really easy for me to target those lines because of the nature of the device itself. It's super easy to use, and actually I just got home. I took a little road trip. Lucy and I, we went hiking for 3 days. This was the device I packed because it's so easy. I charged it up before I went. I keep it charged all the time, and I don't need any gel. I don't need any spray, nothing. It's small. I throw it in my bag. It's easy to use. So the way that you do it is that you actually turn it on right down here, and you can select your intensity. I go to number 5 because, I don't know, I'm all in. It goes from 1 to 5. So I'm on 5 here, and then this is the engagement button right here. Let me show you how quick and easy it is to do this treatment. So I'm going to start down here and work my way up my face. So I'm just going to place it right along that line there. Can you hear it? And boom, I'm done with that one side. It's so very quick. So on to the other side. And again, I'm just following those lines right on up. Boom, I'm done with that side. I don't need any gels. I don't need anything. I just grab the laser. It takes just a few seconds and I'm done. So right up here on my nasolabial folds, right up that line, look at how much better mine look. Gosh, if you look back at my early videos, I'll try to throw up a picture right here. They were so much deeper. So I'm just gonna go right up that line. And boom, done with that. So now you can see these crow's feet that I have on the sides of my eyes. I'm just gonna go right along that line. I'm not gonna change the intensity. It is a little bit more noticeable up here, but I want that laser in that area. So I'm gonna go both these little lines onto the other side. And boom, I'm done with my whole face. I don't think that took me 60 seconds. I don't know, was anybody counting? Anyway, it's super, super quick. I've had this same laser from the very beginning. This is the very first one they sent me. It has never malfunctioned on me. It is so reliable and just so quick and so very, very easy. Now, one thing I want to let you know is that I do it a little bit differently than a lot of other people. A lot of other people go right underneath all their eyes. I don't do that. I don't really have too many lines underneath there. If you wanted to do that, this is perfect for that. I would probably just bring the intensity down a little bit so that it's a little bit more comfortable. You do feel it. I feel it a little bit, but I've gotten used to it and it's not a problem for me at all. The reason that I'm talking about the NIRA today is because they're offering an amazing sale. And remember, in a couple of videos earlier, I talked about sale season. Well, this is one of the devices that's offering you guys, the viewers of Pretty Over 50, a special sale. NIRA has graciously extended their Black Friday price of 50% off. I'm not kidding you, 50% off for the viewers of Pretty Over 50, and it's effective starting today. So you can pick the NIRA up at 50% off. They're so generous to do this. Everyone else gets the 50% off, but only on the Black Friday weekend. We get it starting now. So if you've been looking at the NIRA and thinking about it, I can tell you it really does work because it's just science. If you create a micro damage in your skin like the NIRA does, your body's going to go in and heal it with more elastin and collagen to really shore up that area. It's science, actual real science. It works very, very well. So if you've been thinking about the NIRA, now might be a good time. 50% off. It doesn't get any better than that. I've used it. I love it. It's really lasted me so very long and it's so very easy. So if you've been thinking about the NIRA, you might want to take advantage of this Black Friday special. I'll have all the information listed and linked down below with a link right over to the page. You'll be able to pick it up. Super easy. Now I want to move into skincare. I have not done my skincare yet this morning. I just did my NIRA. I did my red light earlier. And here's something I want you guys to know. I did not put on any skincare last night. At least not on my face. I did put my City Beauty Invisicrepe on my neck. It took like 12 seconds to do that. But I just was so tired. I just went ahead and went to bed. The reason I'm telling you that is because I want you to watch what happens to my skin as I do my skincare right in front of you. It's going to be kind of amazing and the look is going to end up really pretty. How do I know that? Because I've used these products so many times, I know what they do. I do want to talk about a few things that I've been trying. Dermatology sent me this LA Refining Serum and I tried it, and you know what? I like Dermatology. They're a great company. They put together great products. But this refining serum I don't think is nearly as good as the Youth Balm from Beauty Pie. I love the Youth Balm for a lot of different reasons. This one says a refining serum. I used this for a couple of weeks, and you know what? It's nice. It just doesn't give the pretty glow to my skin that the Youth Balm does. This is a smoothing and brightening serum. This is a smoothing and brightening serum. I really think that dollar to dollar, this is a better buy. It just does an amazing job of making my skin look really, really pretty with some other products I'm going to show you in a little bit. So I do love dermatology. For me, I'm probably not going to continue to use this because I just love my Beauty Pie Youth Balm so much more. In addition, you know, trying skincare is what I do. I have actually tried the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream, and I have a few containers of this in my back stock. I pulled this out because I was out of my iUnique Beta Glucan moisturizer. I ran out. I didn't reorder it in time, so I pulled out my e.l.f. Holy Hydration. I really like this moisturizer, but you know what? Same thing. This is very good. It is. It's very good and it's very affordable. It's got some great stuff in it. Hyaluronic acid, peptides, that sort of thing. This is just better. It just is. And I don't think the price point is really any different. Let me tell you why I like the iUnique Beta Glucan Daily Moisture Cream. Again, it just makes my skin look so very pretty. When I pair the Beta Glucan moisturizer with the iUnique Beta Glucan serum with the Youth Balm from Beauty Pie, oh my gosh. I'm actually going to put this on in just a few minutes and you guys are going to see the difference in my skin. I just love the way these products make my skin look. I have tried lots and lots and lots of skincare products over the last 3 years. So far, the combination I'm going to put on today is my favorite, just for the results I get with my skin and the way that my skin looks throughout the day. So this to me is just an absolutely powerful duo. I have a couple of other things I want to talk with you about that I think are great tips. This is the Palmer's Skin Therapy Cleansing Oil. I picked this up way at the beginning of my channel 3 years ago. I liked it a lot and I had a different formula. This is the rosehip formula. There's another formula I think is just the regular formula. It has a very unusual smell. In the beginning I thought, oh no, I don't know if I can do this every day. And then I got hooked on the smell. It smells like fresh hay or a farm. It just smells so fresh and organic and lovely. Anywho, I tried this right at the beginning of my channel and I loved it. This is what I use to take off mascara and heavy makeup. But I thought, you know what? I've got to test and try a whole lot of other oil cleansers because I can't just stop at this one. This is so affordable. And you know what? I've tried a lot of other makeup cleansers, you know, two-step cleanse, the first cleanse when you take your makeup off. I don't like any of them any better than this. And when you consider the price point, this is just such a bargain. I finally decided I'm going back to this cleanser. I'm going to stop testing and trying other ones because I just don't like them as well. This rosehip smells really, really pretty and it is so good. Gosh, this is under $20. I think it's under $15. I don't really remember. It might be around $12 or something. This is the best makeup remover that I have found that I personally love. This is really my favorite. So affordable. The other thing I want to talk with you about today is deodorant. And I'll tell you what, living in the South, it's a big issue. Down here during the summer, it was so hot and humid. You almost have to carry your deodorant in your purse. I ordered 2 of these from Kapari. Smells so good. And you know what? This is their charcoal one. I hadn't tried this before. This really works for me. Like, really works for me. I love the Kapari line because it's clean. It's not filled with chemicals. It's not toxic. It's just lovely. The addition of the charcoal in this really does keep any odor at bay, if you get my point. So I'm loving the charcoal version of the deodorant from Kapari. This is what I'm going to be ordering moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and do my morning skincare with you guys right now, and then I'm going to take a little break and let my skincare soak in, and then we're going to put on some fun makeup. First, I'm going to start out with my Ion Skin Support. You know, I did a little interview with Cindy from Ion and we talked about sunscreen and the evils of sunscreen. it really just confirmed the fact that I'm not using that sunscreen on my face anymore. I'm going to be using my On Skin Support and eating lots of fruits and green leafy vegetables to really mitigate any sun damage. This is my Ordinary Lash and Brow Serum. I love this stuff. It is so good. It doesn't make my eyelids red, and it's super affordable. So if you're wanting a little longer, fuller lashes, I can highly recommend this. And I don't know if you know this, but during the entire month of November, Decium has 23% off everything. So this is the time to stock up. Next up is my Beauty Pie Youth Balm, and look, I'm almost out. I'm so very sad. I've got to order some. I can't even get it in the stopper anymore. I'm going to have to pour it into my hand. I love this stuff. It is really so good. So I just put a little bit in my hand, and I'm going to kind of just pat that all over my face. I particularly focus on my under eyes, and what I want you guys to watch this morning is look at the difference in my skin as I start putting on these skincare products. You're really going to see quite a, just a hydrating, firming look from all of these, and there's going to be the prettiest glow. That's what I love. Now I'm going in with my Ordinary Argireline. This is my Botox in a bottle. Just a little bit in the dropper, and I'm just going to put a couple of drops in the palm of my hand, and that goes right on my 11s and on the sides where my crow's feet are. I probably should start using this at night too. You know, I have got to learn to do my skincare early in the evening, because by golly, by the time I go to bed, I'm so whooped that I skip it more than I would like to admit. This is another product from The Ordinary. This is their salicylic acid anhydrous solution. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I was using another acid from The Ordinary. Where I use this is on my chin and on my nose, where I get, they're called sebaceous filaments or blackheads, you know, where you can kind of feel the oil collecting in the pores. It feels a little furry. This has been the very best solution that I have found. So I just tap that all over my nose and down on my chin. And of course, anything that's left over always goes on to the backs of my hands. Now it's time for my Beta Glucan Moisture Serum. Oh, I love this stuff so much. And again, I'm down really low on this. I finally remembered to reorder it, so I have 3 bottles coming. So just a little bit in the palm of my hand. I'm going to take my fingers, and again, right underneath my eyes, first and foremost. And then I'm just going to start patting that all over my face. And you can see the hydration that it just adds. It's just so very pretty. And again, very affordable. I love finding really good, affordable stuff. And now my iUnique Beta Glucan Moisture Cream. I'm getting really low on this one too. So I just put a little on the back of my hand, and again, I'm just going to start tapping that in. And the reason I'm tapping is because I have that anhydrous solution and the Argireline in particular places on my face. And this way, I'm not moving them around. I'm giving them time to absorb into my skin. And then very last is my City Beauty Invisicrepe Body Balm. This is what keeps my neck looking a little bit better. You know, my neck looks like I'm in my 60s. It does. It just looks a whole lot better than when I very first started. So this just tightens and firms, and I make sure when I'm using it in the morning that I don't get it up too high on my face. It will pill up on you, so be careful about that. So you can see what a difference in my complexion now that I've got all those hydrating serums and creams on my face. I'm going to let this skincare soak in for about 20 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, skincare is all absorbed in, and I want you to see how the finish looks on my skin. I just think it looks so very pretty even before I'm starting in with any makeup. Just love that kind of glowy filtered look on my face. So pretty. I have some new makeup that I'm trying today. It's not necessarily new to me, but I haven't tried it yet. It was things that I purchased long before I moved that I haven't had a chance to go through. and give a whirl yet. This is the City Lips Plumping Lip Gloss in the color Tinseltown. Again, I usually use clear, but this is what's on my desk, so this is what I'm using today. For primer, I'm using the Stila One Step Correct Primer. This is a nice primer if you have discoloration on your skin. It has color correctors in the primer, and you can see it kind of swirling here in the container. I've had this for a while now. I'm just about finishing it up. This is a nice primer, particularly if you have redness on your face. It will really help to color correct that before you go in with your foundation. I want to do a fairly fall looking makeup look today. I haven't done that yet. I guess I'm still sort of stuck in the summer mode, although it's been so gorgeous here. All the leaves have turned and oh, it just feels like fall. Really, really pretty. I'll tell you, fall on the East Coast is something to experience. It's worth the trip. Beauty Pie Under Eye Genius. This is just prepping the face for makeup. MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. Just a little bit on my finger, and that's going to go on the eyelids as an eyeshadow primer. Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This thing looks so pathetic. The lid has snapped off. I don't even know if it was connected, but the lid is long gone. I've hit pan. It looks pitiful. But this does a great job of soaking up the skincare in my eyebrows so that my eyebrow products will sit down and stay nice. Kosas Brow Pop. For eyes today, I'm using a palette I haven't used yet. It's not new anymore. It was new when I bought it. This is the Quartz palette from ColourPop. ColourPop does a great job with eyeshadows, and I thought this just looked so fun and smoky and very fall looking that working with it today would be a great time. However, before I start with that, I'm going to go into my Tartlette palette and just lay down this cream color right here all over both lids to kind of create a base and a lighter look on my eyelids. Cover up any doodads and that sort of thing. Look at how pretty this palette is. So many nice, beautiful, rich, neutral tones. There are some shimmers and some mattes. I have been pretty much just wearing matte eyeshadow lately because it kind of cuts down on the looks of the wrinkles and crinkles, and I've really been liking it a lot. So I think I'm going to stick with the mattes today in this palette. I don't want the eyes to be really, really dark because my lipstick is a little dark today. It's either dark eyes or dark lips. I don't want both. I think it's just a little bit too much. So I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush into this taupey color right here. Load it up. This is the Angie 503 brush. I use this really quite a bit. And that's going to go all over the lid, all the way up into the transition area. And I don't want to make it real dark. I want to keep it kind of a medium tone. So I'm going to go a little bit light-handed with that color, just so it looks like I have a watercolor wash of that color on my lids. And I'm taking that right up almost to underneath the brow and just creating a more, misty, moody look on the lids. Now I'm going to take the Angie 502 brush. You can see it's just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to dip it into this brown down here. Again, another matte shadow. Just get a little bit on the tip, and that's going to go right in the crease on the outside third and down along the outside third of the movable lid and along the lash line. I'm just going to work that in. This is a little bit warmer tone, and I like the combination of the warmer tone against the cool kind of watercolor background. I think it's a pretty look. Now I'm going to go back in with that 503 brush, and I'm just going to soften those edges and blend that in really well. And that's it for the shadow look today. I wanted to keep it really simple, but give kind of a moody, smoky look. Not too dark, just a soft moodiness to the eyelids. For foundation today, I'm pulling out the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Dewy and Smooth formula. This is really nice. It is a good foundation drugstore price. One thing I don't appreciate about this foundation is there's no pump. How hard is it to put a pump in? Truly. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and use that to dab around my face. BK Beauty 101 brush. Just start pouncing that around. Really does a nice job of coloring up discoloration. Good medium coverage. Feels light on the skin. Isn't that a pretty finish? Good value from the drugstore. Now I'm going to take my Sigma sponge. This sponge is damp, and I'm just going to press that in. Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer. You guys have seen this a million times. Yes, I still love it. Setting that concealer with the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. Nothing's changed there. This is an old favorite, the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. Great drugstore product, beautiful bronzer. I've loved it for quite some time. Put a little bit on my brush and just start warming up the face. Isn't that pretty? Just gorgeous. In with my BK Beauty 103 brush, and I'm just going to blend all those edges around. Really focusing on the outside edges so that it blends in really smoothly. For blush today, I'm using one of the Milani blushes. You know they have just the most beautiful line of blushes. This is in the color Sunset Passion. Isn't that pretty? Go ahead and swatch that for you. It just has sort of a little bit of a muddy look, a little more muted look. I thought it said fall, at least to me. Get a little bit on my blush brush, tap that off, and then make sure that I'm in the upstairs area of my cheek. In other words, I don't bring it down past the center of my eye because I want my cheeks to look lifted, and they're not anymore naturally. Anyway, when I smile, they are. When I don't smile, they're not. This has just a little bit of reflect to it. Now I'm going to go in with my sponge and I'm going to press around the edges, just really pressing that into the skin. That looks pretty. So nice when it just blends in. For a highlighter today, I'm using a product that's new to me. Well, I've had it for a while. I don't think I've used it before. This is the Beauty Pie Triple Beauty Luminizing Wand. There are a few products from Beauty Pie, the Beauty Pie Youth Balm and the Beauty Pie Under Eye Genius, my absolute holy grails in that category. Absolutely. I haven't tried this before. I don't know how it's going to look. I'll put it on the back of my hand. You can see it's pretty glowy, so I better have a light hand, which is not my strong suit. So I'm just going to barely tap it on the upstairs area of my cheeks. A little bit on the front, and then just a tiny amount on the end of my nose. And then I'm just going to go in and start blending that in. Okay, what do you guys think? You know, when you use a light hand, it's not over the top. I think it's kind of pretty. How does it look on the camera? I'm liking the way the complexion is looking. I'm liking the tone of everything. It looks a little bit more fall to me. Instead of the pinky spring stuff, it looks a little bit more muted. Now I'm going to go in again with the Kosas Cloud Set Powder, and I'm just going to hit the center of my forehead and down on my chin. If my foundation is going to break up, it's going to break up on my chin. So I try to set it down. Now I'm just going to press everything in to make sure everything's nice and blended. To finish off the complexion, it's the Hourglass Dim Light Finishing Powder. Kind of really fallen in love with this. It's spendy. It is. I think it's really worth it. I don't know. I think it's going to last forever. So I'm just going to top off. This is kind of like the icing on the cake. Just around my face. It just gives the most beautiful glow and just sort of filters the skin and makes it look so pretty. This is my Rephr eyelash curler. This thing is just the bomb. I used drugstore eyelash curlers for decades. I wish I would have just gotten a good one. Although I don't know how long this Rougher lash curler has been around. It just works so much better. This is the L'Oreal Lay Liner. Still love these liners. Drugstore price, work beautifully. They're automatic. You don't have to worry about sharpening them. And I'm just going to tight line really quickly with this. I'm going to be trying a new mascara base today. I've really been in love with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Base. Works like a charm. This is the Lancome Seals Booster. Haven't used it before. Really kind of curious to see how it compares to the drugstore L'Oreal. So I'm going to go in and do a coat on the lashes. I've let that mascara base dry down for just a few minutes, and now I'm going in with the Urban Decay. This is the Perversion mascara. I don't know who does the marketing on these. These are the claims on the tube. Bigger, blacker, badder. I don't know, does that sound uplifting? It doesn't to me. I have not used this. We'll see how it goes. So we have a standard wand here. And let's see if it is bigger, blacker, and badder. Okay, here we have one coat of the Perversion mascara. Actually, it's pretty good. I don't know. It could use better marketing, in my opinion. Can we just be nice and fun and joyful, not blacker and badder? So here's coat number one. Okay, here's coat number two. I'll have to tell you guys. Surprisingly, I'm impressed. I love this stuff. No clumping at all on the second coat. And I do think they look bigger, blacker, and badder. Surprisingly. So a thumbs up for me, at least for the first round with this one. This is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I have a really pretty fall-inspired lip combination today. This is an LA Girl lip liner in Unlimited Wine. And this is a Maybelline lipstick. They call this Pink Flare. This doesn't look like Pink Flare to me. Here's the lip combination. This looks more like a winey red to me. I'm confused. Here we have the lip color. Here we have the finished look. Oh my gosh, I feel all fall now. There were a few standouts for me today. The first one is this quartz palette from ColourPop. Beautiful shades, just lovely formula. Another winner from ColourPop, but you know, they do so much so well. So if you're looking at this palette, I can tell you I really enjoyed working with it. I'm liking the matte on my eyelids lately. It just makes them look a little less wrinkly and crinkly. And I like the combination of the cooler base tone combined with deepening it with a little warmer tone. I just think it's a pretty look. So big thumbs up for the quartz palette from ColourPop. I really enjoyed this Sunset Passion blush from Milani. A little more muted, a little bit more, I don't know, fall looking, a little bit just richer and deeper, pretty look on the cheeks, and with a little bit of reflect, gives you a nice subtle glow. I did like the Triple Beauty Luminizing Wand from Beauty Pie, and oh my gosh, I used so little, this thing would last you forever. Pretty look, nice subtle glow. I think a light hand is important when you use this. The Lancome Seals Booster Mascara Base, I like it. I don't know that I like it more than the L'Oreal, and this is much more expensive. So I would say if you haven't tried a mascara base before or yet, you could start with the Lancome, much less expensive, and then if you want to try the Seals Booster down the road, I do like this very much. I just don't know if it performs better than the L'Oreal, and the L'Oreal is a drugstore price. Holy smokes, this Perversion mascara, it's really good. I am surprised at how much I like it. I haven't liked a mascara since I found the Maybelline Sky High mascara. This really rivals that, and I think there are some things about this that I might even like a little bit better. It does look blacker. I don't know. What do you guys think? Really like it. The one thing I noticed is that it didn't clump on the second coat. It is very wet, so I have been taking off little bits of mascara that I've gotten on my eyelids since I've been talking in between. I cut those parts out. But it is a little wet, so be careful when you put it on that you don't move your eyes around a lot or you're going to get it all over your face. Really, really liking this one. And loving this lip combination. Isn't that just the most beautiful fall tones? I don't know why they called this Pink Flare. It certainly doesn't look pink to me. Does that look pink to you guys? That doesn't even look pink. It looks deep, kind of brick red. And the Unlimited Wine from LA Girl, I think it's just a gorgeous combination. Obviously a statement lip. I'm glad I went lighter on the eyes because the lip is really the focus of this look. Oh, thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you're still here, we've gone everywhere from doing my NIRA treatment first thing in the morning. And remember, NIRA is having the Black Friday sale, good for you guys before the rest of the world. So if you're looking at the NIRA, 50% off is a great deal. It'll all be listed down below. And thank you, NIRA, for working with me on that portion of the video. Into my skincare, I did try some new skincare. I did not find anything that I loved more than what I've already been using. And the new makeup today, I think it's just a pretty fall look. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.